Floyd Mayweather told y'all about this. All money ain't good money. And this in response to Shakur Stevenson's decision to go to Saudi Arabia, fight on an undercard against a guy named Joe Cordina. For the most money he's made in his career, most likely. But is it, like Floyd Mayweather Jr. said, a case of all money ain't good money? Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And the answer to the question is, hey man, all money is money. And hey, Shakur Stevenson probably just got paid a lot of it, or will get paid a lot of it. Probably, he's not going to get the benefit of the media telling people that he's going to get $100 million, but I'm sure he's going to get millions and millions of dollars for his troubles, and his troubles should be very light because the guy that he's fighting is a pushover named Joe Cordina. Now, you would say, well, he's getting all that money. What is this good money, bad money conversation? Well, there is a cost that Shakur Stevenson is paying to get that money, and it is the exposure that he's getting with boxing fans by fighting Joe Cordina in Saudi Arabia on an undercard for two fighters that are not very popular in the area where Shakur Stevenson is trying to grow his fan base. Terrence Crawford described a conversation that he had with Al Heyman, and where Al Heyman asked Terrence Crawford in response to conversations about guaranteed money. Al Heyman asked him, why you want to put a cap on yourself? Looking at what Shakur Stevenson is doing, there's no greater thought that I can think of about example of putting a cap on yourself than that. Now, if you're going to put a cap on yourself, get a lot of money. The trend as of late, unlike many people say, did not start with Floyd Mayweather Jr. This did not start with Floyd Mayweather Jr. No, it did not. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was on pay-per-view. Floyd Mayweather Jr. had huge gates. Floyd Mayweather Jr. had fights that sold a lot of tickets, and he made a lot of money because the fights were profitable and a lot of people watched the fights that he was in. Very traditional model of becoming a successful entertainer. Musicians, as entertainers, they sell tickets. They sell records and they sell tickets to concerts. They get money from that. If the records don't sell, they don't get paid. If the tickets don't go, hey, they're in trouble. The world Shakur is living in started with Canelo Alvarez. When DAZN said, we're going to pay you as much money as you got for your pay-per-views, we're just going to pay you in-house. And even before that, really, HBO with the contracts, some of the contracts that HBO gave out, where they gave them a fixed amount of fights for certain fights, and then fighters started taking easy fights because they know exactly how much money they're getting for the fight. So just give me whatever fighters, the easiest fights that you can give me. At least that's what HBO had complained about. So move that up to Canelo Alvarez actually getting $25 million guaranteed for fights. And what he did was he didn't just get the $25 million and then they put that out on pay-per-view to sell a lot of tickets. No, they put them on DAZN where they knew they were going to lose money. So now you have You actually move from Canelo, then you move to the situation where Matchroom had the deal, the $100 million deal or the $1 billion deal, $2 billion deal, and they started doing that. But they were doing it losing money. That's different than Floyd. That's different than Gervonta. That's different than the PBC, where these guys are making money on their fights. These guys are cost centers. And they don't have the exposure. They don't have the fan, they don't have the interaction with the fans. They don't have the name recognition or the visibility that you get fighting on networks, even like Showtime. And Showtime wasn't very big, but you don't get it like you get on ESPN, where Shakur Stevenson is coming from. And you don't get it from the PBC, obviously, because that's where the biggest names in boxing are fighting, the ones that actually can profit and have fights profit. So again, what is this talk about good money, bad money? If Shakur Stevenson stays over there in that scenario too long, what name recognition that he does has can shrivel. Similar to what happened to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez actually put a cap on himself for a long time at DAZN. And now it's self-imposed because he's picking whoever he wants to fight no matter where he is. But during that original point in time that he went to DAZN, that's what he did. And his numbers didn't go up. His numbers, the pay-per-view numbers went down astronomically. The view and the standing that he has with a lot of kind of neutral fight fans, that went down as well also during that period of time. So can Shakur withstand that is the question. Now, there is a weighted decision that he has to make. Hey, if I don't do this and I go the way of the PBC and I'm doing pay and I don't make the money there, will I get the fight? I don't even know if I'll really get the fight. Because there's a lot of people avoiding Shakur. Matter of fact, Shakur, I said it jokingly. I was like, hey, this would be a good little joke to crack on people hating on Shakur. Hey, let me just call Shakur the most ducked person in the lightweight division. Then I started counting the people that there is plausible arguments of avoidance, and it was a lot. It was like 4. You had Frank Martin. You had, Frank Martin. Somebody said Pitbull. I didn't really get the Pitbull, but I don't doubt it. You had, Frank Martin, Pitbull, Gervonta Davis, and William Zepeda. It's a pretty rich line of people that didn't want to fight you. But anyway, at the end of the day, the reason that a lot of fighters really got big and had big names because they're on big networks and a lot of people see them. That is not what Turki Al-Sheikh is offering over there on DAZN. But if you are going to go to DAZN, you could at least be on a headline. Now, you get your couple paydays. How did that pan out for Deontay Wilder? He got a couple paydays, got his big money, but they didn't show him the most love over there. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Good, just analyzing whether or not what Floyd said is right. Hey, man, not all money is good money. And also, go with a team that's the best team in boxing, which is the PBC. Those guys are the ones that grow those big stars, but they don't grow everybody into those big stars. So, very interesting situation. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.